Hello and welcome to my first ULTRAKILL guide. As per request, I will be making a guide about how to P-rank Ship of Fools 5-3 in ULTRAKILL. Before you try P-ranking the level, get familiar with it and play through it a few times, as you will not be able to P-rank on your first or even 10th playthrough of it. This means learning the enemy spawn locations and how to deal with them most effectively. Examples include the first room in the level. In this room, you will have to find the best way to get rid of all 6 enemies easily and quickly. The way I recommend doing it is core nuking. If you do not know how to core nuke, I'll give you a simple tutorial. There are 2 weapons needed for core nuking, the core eject shotgun and the malicious rail cannon. The first step needed for this tech is shooting the core eject shotgun by tapping right click on your mouse. Make sure not to hold right click down, otherwise this will send the core too far. Here is a clip of me putting it into action. As you see, it's as simple as shooting a core into the air, changing to the malicious rail cannon, and then shooting it. After that, you simply jump up to the door, and after sliding down the stairs, you will quickly be taken into the next room. In this room, you will have to deal with 2 Cerberus and a malicious face, which we will get into after. The fastest way to deal with these 2 Cerberus that I have found is shooting all of your regular saws and then an overheat saw across the room, and then when they spawn, using your sharpshooter to finish them all off. First, let me explain what the saws are. This is the Sawblade Launcher, the alternate of the nail gun. It is unlocked in 4-4 by whiplashing the skull, walking into the room, and shooting the water with the electric rail cannon. This will open the door behind you, where the Sawblade Launcher will be found. The primary fire shoots a saw that bounces off surfaces and rotates around magnets. This is the overheat saw launcher, which also shoots saws, but the alternate fire shoots a flaming saw blade that does more damage and lasts longer. Unfortunately, once the overheat saw is fired, there will be an 8-second cooldown until you can shoot the overheat again, hence why we only shoot 1. Once both Cerberus are dead, you will want to pull out the pump shotgun and give it 2 pumps. Once the mal face spawns, whiplash to it and shoot it in the face with the shotgun point blank. Then quickly switch to the core eject shotgun and shoot it again, killing it. Instantly after that, go to the door and dash into the next room. In this room, shoot 2 magnets here and here, then fill them with saw blades and an overheat. Now, the biggest priority in this room is killing the Virtue, which can simply be done by shooting it with the electric rail cannon, killing it instantly. Once it is dispatched, this will cause 2 schisms and 2 soldiers to spawn. You can kill them in any order you like, as they are quick and easy to kill. Now, as you may have noticed, there are 2 sentries in the room. If they have not been killed by the saw blades, you can easily go up to them and shotgun swap them until they die. Once this room is cleared, the door will unlock and you can go through and grab the blue skull. Then slide back up the stairs and down this hallway. This will bring you to the blue pedestal, and you can easily drop the skull off by whiplashing the top of the pedestal. And the next room will be the hardest and biggest arena in this level. The first wave of enemies will be 4 strays and 2 malfaces. You can deal with the malfaces in any way you want, but usually using the pump shotgun and the core eject shotgun will be one of the fastest ways. After killing the malfaces, the next wave will spawn 8 filth and 2 Cerberus. To get rid of the filth, shoot a magnet with the alternate nail gun onto one of these tables and then shoot saws at the magnet, quickly getting rid of most, if not all, filth. Your next target will then be the Cerberus. One of the Cerberus can quickly be taken care of by dunking it. If you don't know how to dunk, I will make another short tutorial right here. This is the SRS Cannon, the second variant of the rocket launcher. This variant's alternate fire shoots a cannonball, which cannonballs do 200% more damage to Cerberus. Similar to how coins can be punched, cannonballs can also be punched with the feedbacker. When the cannonball is shot against the Cerberus, it will bounce back towards you. So once you shoot the Cerberus, jump and then punch the cannonball back into the Cerberus. Once you have perfected it, use it to take out the first Cerberus. Once done, you may take out the second Cerberus in any way you like, but try to refrain from using the rail cannon, as we will need it soon. After both Cerberus are dead, 2 drones, a sentry, and a mine flayer will spawn. A way to get the mine flayer low quickly is whiplashing to it, shooting it with the drill while simultaneously punching it with the knuckle blaster. After that, a series of shotgun swapping and coins should deal with it quickly. Next will be the sentry. The sentry can be dealt with the same way as the Cerberus, by shooting the cannonball into it and then punching it back into it, which I didn't end up doing in this clip. And if the drones aren't somehow dead by then, simply just shoot them or coin into them. Now that the hardest room in the level is dealt with, you may go to the next room. By the way, you don't have to grab the red skull, because you can still just walk through the door. With a series of dashes and slides, you should now be in this hallway room. This room can easily be dealt with by just spamming saw blades. After you're done with that room, you should be in the spiral staircase room. Your first priority in this room is the idol. Start by slam storaging off this wall and up to the idol to break it. If you don't know how to slam storage, here's yet another tutorial. To slam storage, you will want to jump up against a wall, press slam, and then quickly press jump. This will confuse the game, making it think you're still slamming, therefore storing your slam. If you have done it right, you should see these yellow lines on your screen. And then once you touch the ground, press space and lift off. After you break the idol, take out your rail cannon and shoot the virtue. This will eliminate the biggest threat in the room. From there, do whatever you want to clear the rest of the room, but I would recommend spamming more saws, using coins and the sharpshooter. Now that room is cleared, go to the door at the top of the stairs and dash to the next room. At the top of the stairs in this room, there will be an akimbo power-up. Make sure you grab that, obviously. In this room, a lot of stuff spawns. 2 sentries, 3 drones, 4 soldiers, and 8 filth as the first wave. Now your next step will be even more saws. Shoot saws all over the room, then line up with this sentry and shoot your overheat saw. Make sure to get rid of the other sentry, which can be killed by a cannonball, coins, or shotgun swapping. Then the next kill is this Malface, and you know how to kill him at this point. Once the malicious face is dead, even more spawns. 1 Cerberus, 1 Virtue, 2 Schisms, 1 Mind Flayer, 2 Streetcleaners, and 3 Strays. What you'll want to focus on first is the Mind Flayer. If you haven't wasted your rail cannon already, whip back to the Mind Flayer and shoot the drill into it, and shotgun swap until it is dead. The Virtue then can be killed by dunking it or overcharging the pump shotgun and then explode the Virtue with it. When you kill the Virtue, it will spawn another Virtue and 1 more Cerberus. The second Virtue can be dealt with the same way you dealt with the first one, with the cannonball or overcharge shotgun. Just make sure you're over 50% health when using the overcharge or you will die. To finish it off, get rid of the Cerberus and any fodder that remained. Since that room is now cleared, the door at the top of the stairs will be open, which is the room where you collect the rocket launcher. Simply collect the rocket launcher and turn around to begin the next segment of this level. Go to this balcony area up here where some filth will spawn. There are a multitude of ways to quickly kill all the filth, but they can all be taken out with the malicious rail cannon or saws, whichever you decide to do does not matter. Here 2 schisms and 2 strays will spawn, and you can quickly take them all out with 2 or 3 projects or coins. Here will be 2 more strays and schisms, and a sentry. Take out the sentry with saws like you did with the Cerberus earlier in the level, or use a cannonball. The strays and schisms can be taken out by whiplashing and shotgunning them, or just using more coins. Here will be a malicious face and 4 drones. Take out the malicious face the way that you know, then simply shooting them or using more coins against the drones should suffice. You will then be taken back into the spiral staircase room where 5 strays will spawn and they can all be taken out pretty easily. Once you get higher up the staircase, 3 soldiers will spawn which can also be taken out quite easily. There will then be a Cerberus which you can just simply dunk. In this hallway, 2 street cleaners will spawn which can both be killed with a shotgun blast and knuckle blaster punch. In the last room, there will be 3 strays and 1 malicious face. Start by jumping out the water and rail cannoning it, conducting the water and killing the strays. Then kill the Malface, and you know how. After that, jump to this elevated door and the exit will be right there. And if you've done it right, by getting a good time, have killed everything, and got enough style without any deaths, you get that delicious P rank. And so, that concludes the 5-3 P rank guide. I understand that everything may not have been so clear, so if you have any more questions, I will be happy to answer them. And of course, in classic YouTuber fashion, if you have made it to the end, please consider liking and subscribing. It would help me as I have just started YouTube, and it will encourage me to make more videos that are slightly higher quality. Thank you for watching and good luck on all of your P ranking journeys.